So the CD is called Feast of Bats. It's by Black Heroin Gallery. That's what we're talking about. It's a new CD. The CD alone is worth having because it's really cool. I mean, if you look at the artwork, there's a bunch of, all the lyrics are in there. It's a really nice booklet. Eyajo from Black Heroin Gallery sent me their CD.
It's our homies.
It's different than what you would expect, but it's really good. First of all, they sent me the CD. The artwork is really cool. He also sent me this pin too. Now, if you can see it, there's too much of a glare. I'll put it up in there, but you see there's Eyajo, and then there's Tony right there. Dracul, and then what's his name? Crystal, I think it is.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of a relationship with that band. Like, you know, your brother-in-law's in it.
Yeah, the bass player is my brother-in-law. Yeah, Tony is our old friend. Eyajo, we've known him for the last 30 years. I don't know. It's been a long.
Ever since we pretty much moved to Hollywood.
Yeah, ever since we've been in Hollywood. Ever since I've been in Hollywood. Yeah, But to give it an honest review, I listened to it and I dig the style. It's a very artistic style of music. It's almost like a cross between this fantasy fairyland and Roz Williams of Christian Death. It's very Christian Death-ish as far as the vocals go. The music is fantastic. The writing is incredible. Like if you read the lyrics, the poetry is.
Well, that's one thing about Eyajo, man, and just he's a phenomenal artist. He's a phenomenal poet. I mean, he's just a super talented and musician as well, and an
artist too. He drew all this.
I would love to have my house decorated. I've told him you need to do some galleries or something.
But I do have to say my biggest flaw in the music to me is the vocals. The vocals are, they're cool in a way.
And this is something I've always felt about Black Heroin Gallery, and I've always loved the music. I love the dynamics of it, and I like what he's doing with the vocal. But to me, it's like it should only be maybe one or two songs like that because there's really no melody. And I'm hearing this really elaborate atmospheric music, and in my head I'm hearing like this, just some kind of vocal melody, like a really good Gothic deep vocal melody, maybe even a female vocal. And then maybe have that voice in every now and then, because what happens is it becomes performance art, and it becomes the soundtrack. The music is a soundtrack for this performance art, which is similar to what Tiny Tim does. I think his vocals
it's almost
are good.
Like as if it's a spoken word type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a spoken word. So it's like a character, which is cool because maybe that's what they're going for. But at the same time, if you're going for...
But musically, that's what I mean. But when you're listening to something musically, you kind of, I don't know, but maybe that's just me personally, is you crave some chorus in there. You crave I want to be able to sing along with it. I want to be able to engulf myself, but the vocals get too far out there to where it doesn't bring you in. It kind of pushes you away. And I feel bad because he's very talented and I like it. But at the same time, I'm kind of pushed away by the harshness of the vocal.
And who knows, it could be somewhere, maybe that's where they're going to evolve to. Maybe at some point, Tony's a great singer. If it was me, I would say, hey, let's give Tony a chorus. Let me do this with the cool. I like music. I love songs that do that. I love songs that have like a weird dissonant sounding verse and maybe even like some augmented fifths or like diminished fifths or whatever, and then have a catchy chorus or like some kind of melodic. It really makes it really grabs you when it does that.
If you take the example of Roz Williams from Christian Death, yes, he goes out on a tangent like these bloody hands or whatever the f he's saying. He goes out on a tangent, but then it comes back to the chorus to where it makes you want to sing along. The same thing with Diamanda Galas. I love Diamanda Galas, but you can only handle so much Diamanda unless it's her blues album. But the opera stuff that she does is fantastic, and you get it on that level. Yeah. But at the same time, you're like, okay, this screeching is like too much. Okay, just tone it. Like, come on, get, I
kind of think of it as like, there's like with King Diamond, right? He's got this really just a unique voice that just is different from anyone else, right? And I think with King Diamond, it's like you're either going to like his voice or you're not. With Black Heroin Gallery, you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it as far as that style of vocal. I just think like we got these songs here with some really great melodies going on, some really great atmosphere. There needs to be some kind of vocal there.
Yeah, that's what I feel bad. I feel bad saying this because, Eyajo, we love him. We've known him for a very long time. He's one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. But at the same time, I don't want to tell somebody to change what they're doing. Yeah. I don't want to say, hey, no, you shouldn't do this. But that's what I was saying. Honesty, if it was me, I would take it in a different direction. Or maybe that's what he wants. He wants to do that. And if that's what he's gung-ho on, then hey, then cool, go for it. But I just wish, because I hear all this talent, and I just wish that there was something more for me to grasp onto and be able to join in, and like I said, and be a part of it.
Especially because his words are so like badass, like his lyrics are badass. So you
want to
be able to hear those vocals capture those words, you know. Like if you're going for like a soundtrack movie type of atmosphere type of thing, then put every song like that. But if you want these songs to be kind of taken in or received really well from a lot of people, then you're going to have to put some kind of hooks in there, some kind of melody, some kind of vocal.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's too much of the same thing. I think with having the vocal melody like that, it makes every song sound the same. It doesn't, because the music is different. Every song has a different melody. It has a different vibe going on to it.
Great production too on that.
Yeah, great production. But with that same vocal thing, it kind of drags you into the last song, and you're kind of like, oh, well, I already kind of heard this. Mm-hmm. Is this the last song? Is this the next song? You know, it just, again, there's something about it that just isn't focused in the right direction, and I wish it would.
Yeah, and I think for the kind of music it is, it probably something that translates better live, because you're going to see he's acting out of character. I think it'd be cool if he actually had some different kind of vocals, like Tony would sing like a melodic part, or maybe bring in a female vocal, and that would give him a chance to do his theater stuff. He's a great actor, you know, he does all those little movies and stuff, and he can actually be a character on stage, you know, or
even have different characters, like people dressed up on stilts and
like,
you know, walking around like giant trees or fairies and stuff, and
he can get into character while you got those different vocals going on. That would be kind of a cool thing. But again, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, he's the driver of the car, and he knows what he wants to do artistic wise, and again, it's artistically brilliant. It's a brilliant thing. It's just a matter of how much audience is he going to get, and how much further can it get than where it is now.
So the CD is called Feast of Bats. It's by Black Heroin Gallery. That's what we're talking about. It's a new CD. So I would encourage anybody to go check it out and definitely give it a listen. They're on Bandcamp, buy their CD. Like I said, the CD alone is worth having because it's really cool. I mean,
I'm definitely going to be getting that CD. In fact, I'll probably order it right after we get off here.
I mean, if you look at the artwork, there's a bunch of, all the lyrics are in there. It's a really nice booklet. So definitely it's worth having.
And he's a badass artist. And I've watched his art like evolve over the years, all the years that I've known him, like just watching it evolve to where it is now. I'm like, damn, man. Like, because there was a time where I thought, like, how much further can you go with something like, with just all the black and white ink, you know, the snippets, but he's getting real intricate now. It's just like,
well, I know he has a couple of art books out, or like comic books, or not comic books. They're kind of like graphic novel type of thing. I forgot what he called it.
I think he's got, with poetry in it or something too, I think.
And another thing about the music too, I don't know if you notice this too, if you listen to it, there's something missing about the bass. I don't know if they screwed up the bass tone or something, but the bass is very like, it's very lost in the music. I don't know why that is.
I'm really bad with song titles, but when I was going through it on Bandcamp, I was feeling these vibes of Disintegration, the Cure Disintegration, just with the sound that Tony has on those drums, and just everything, the way it's mixed, all the, going all the different directions in the headphones. But yeah, it was a bass that was missing, because when you hear Disintegration, that's what stands out a lot, is that bass.
Yeah, the bass was there, but I think the tone, I don't know, there was something with the bass, and I don't know if that's a knock against Dracul. I wasn't there, so I don't know what the recording situation was, because I do hear bass there, but it's not up. The tone is weird. It's not. There's something missing in it. Like the bass should be really. The music is so cool. The bass should be really driving and really just like.
Yeah, it should be
like
really
thumping in the background to kind of drive you along with everything else, and it wasn't there. Like
I know back in the day with us, with Will o' Wisp, we'd be in the studio, and the guy would be trying to maybe help us and tell us what to do. We'd be like, "No, we're doing it this way," Like,
yeah. And, some bands are stubborn. Yeah.
And later on, you realize it's hard to produce yourself, because you need that other eye, you need that other ear.
So I don't know if we're being too much of a dick for critiquing it that much, but
I think
But I do want to talk, because listen, if they're on the show and we talk to them, then it's all about the band, and we're talking about the band. But he asked us to do a review. He asked us to listen to it. So I want to be honest about it. If somebody tells me to listen to something, I want to be upfront, and because my word is my bond. My word is what I say. I'm not just going to like blow smoke up somebody's ass and go, yeah, it's all great, man. We're all great.
I think at the end of the day, it's a brilliant CD. It's a brilliant musically, and the vocals are good for what they are, for the kind of vocals that they are. But it's just a matter of the listener. How much can you handle of it, and how much do you like of it? Do you wish you could hear like a melody going on? or or is this going to keep you? Is this going to keep you engaged? Are you going to put this on repeat?
But yeah, Black Heroin Gallery, Feast of Bats. Go check it out on Bandcamp.